Hello. Yep. So we're back in Wargame Dragon, and we just finished the whole thing in Uichang with those bloody North Koreans, and now we're finally going on to battle in Seoul. Yep. So we just spawned in the A7E Corsairs, and we're deploying our units into the actual area now in Seoul. See, those are the aircraft. Yeah. Everything's moving like a dream, it appears. We're deploying the aircraft, we deployed the units, the helicopters, and now we just have to start. Yep. Here we go. Now, before we actually play, or actually start, this is pre-played. I'm narrating over it right now, so yeah, here we go. So as you can see, I'm putting the speed down to slow, because last time I think we got a draw because I wasn't reacting quickly enough. So now we're putting the speed a little slower so I can react a little faster when things occur. As you can see, I'm putting down the destroyers to shoot down the helicopters always spawning in Sector Bravo. I'm spawning in the monitors. And we're spawning in the STRBs. 2 STRBs, 4 monitors. Now we're going to be spawning in the 1 recon helicopter. Oh no, wait, we're spawning in the 3 prowlers to destroy the anti-air radar-based missiles. There's a SOCOM, or yeah, logistical units to capture the area once we've cleared it. And let's see what else. So there's the supply ship. We've deleted one of the monitors, I think. So there's 3 monitors, 2 STRBs. And we're, for some reason, spawning in 1 small unit to escort our single logistical unit. We haven't spawned in our recon helicopter, so I'm deciding which ship to delete so I can spawn in my recon helicopter to spot targets for our ships. And here we go. The battle's on. So as you can see, the group of helicopters north of us, our immediate north, and then the units in the city, in the harbor area, the VTTs, who I'm attacking with my monitors. The helicopters are being shot at by the destroyers, the Olivier Perrys. And our spotting helicopter is moving a little closer. Take a little spot. I'm spawning in my prowlers to start shooting at the anti-air missiles, as you can see. Let's see, we're pulling it back in the helicopter a little bit. The destroyers are shooting down the attack helicopters. Our prowlers are prowling the skies. Prowling, get it? Exactly. So yeah, we're moving in some units. We're moving in the land units, the amphibious units, the marines. Well, not the marines, small units, the single logistical unit. I'm trying to get the destroyer to chase the helicopters because I don't want to deal with them later. Unfortunately, I think I missed a couple. I think we lost one. No, okay. It appears that we have both prowlers still alive, and that prowler is going to shoot at that Pongye. I can't see the name very well. Anyway, it's going to shoot at that destroyer, and then it's going to evac itself. Let's see what else. As you can see, the helicopters are making off, unfortunately, and our units are going to start bombarding the area quickly. So I'm moving in the monitors to cover the area. Well, actually, that monitor's going to be firing on that position. I'm moving the recon helicopter to try and find some enemies that my ships can shoot at, and unfortunately, as you can see, my destroyer is out of range. Now, let's see what's happening. Yeah, we're going to spawn in. What are we spawning in? I can't tell where we're spawning. Right now I'm just looking at things. Yeah. Not much. We're just moving our recon helicopter to try and find something to shoot at. We're moving our support ship, the LCU. The destroyer is going to move a little. The STRB is going to move. The monitors are moving in. And that monitor is still firing on the enemy positions. Except I'm moving him now so he can't fire any longer, because he has to be still to shoot. Let's see what else. So we're getting some visuals of enemies in the Bravo sector, as you can see there, but they're popping in and popping out, and I don't want to bring in my helicopters too close because there are some anti-air guns, as you can see. Yeah, those I'm aiming at right now, those are the anti-air. But they're disappearing again, and the VTTs are disappearing. As you can see right there, in the harbor just appeared 3 enemy infantry units, or six units, but 3 of them I don't think are infantry. 3 of them I think are the APCs that dropped them off in the area. As you can see, our recon helicopter is firing on those to shock them a little, you know, suppress them, try and get some units, try and give the ships in the harbor some space to fire at them without getting shot at. Yeah, and let's see, so we're getting some units in the corner there, as you can see from our naval sector Bravo. Some ships are getting deployed there. We're deploying some infantry, because we want to get them rushing the area, killing anyone that's still in the city. Some more enemy units are coming in, and there the ZSU right there. Those are the enemies that are going to cause me the most trouble in this battle. Nasty. They're about as tasty as an old man's beard. If you ever taste one, you know what I mean. Anyway, our helicopter's moving in. Everyone's shooting at something. Well, no, not really. Not everyone. That bloody monitor's just sitting there. No, it's firing. It's firing. Let's see. So we're gonna be looking for the FOB, the forward operating base, as you know. Trying to destroy that to get them. And as you can see, the enemy is deploying some of their cargo trucks in what appears to be a way to. See, they could be trying to supply their units in the city, but what I really think they're doing is they're trying to spot us for their artillery pieces that are way back in the Yonnan sector, or maybe even the Chadwan sector. As you can see, our STRB is firing a missile at the cargo unit, at the cargo trucks. Yeah. Now I'm about to spawn in some A-70 Corsairs to bomb the living. Oh no, we're spawning in an F4 Phantom. Yeah, we're spawning an F4 Phantom, moving our recon helicopter to try and spot any more enemies. We're gonna try and get our infantry on the ground right now, as quickly as possible. We're bombarding that area to suppress any enemy units that are just sitting there waiting for our poor infantry to deploy and get chopped up. Our helicopter is doing a pretty swell job of searching the area, except not really, because it's not doing that well. We're bombarding those enemies. Our helicopter is shooting at it with rockets. There's our small and our SOCOM team. Yeah, I'm deploying the team right there, Except I changed my mind, because right there on the corner, there's an enemy unit's about to appear right on that corner. Right on the southwestern corner, right there, where our units are moving in. There's a little, see right there, there it is. See, I decided to move the SATCOM unit a different way and make this and deploy the. As you can see, yep, Bantang Faggot, or Fagu, whichever one you pronounce. Then there's the, yeah, we killed it. Killed the 2 units. 2 enemy units gone. Our TACOM unit is in, our small units in, our LVTPs are sitting there protecting, and we're just waiting for more infantry to move in, really. Oh, there's helicopters right there. Yeah, we're gonna have to get the. Oh, we lost one of our prowlers, it seems. Not good. Not good. Anyway. Yeah, we're gonna try and evac that prowler, because there doesn't seem to be any of the radar guided missiles left. Yep, now we're deploying some A-70 Corsairs to bomb the zones, moving our recon helicopter closer, moving our monitor into the small river that's moving along. We're going to also deploy an STRB along the river, and the other STRB is going to move to the old position of the other one, which I don't know. I don't know why I did it. Don't blame me. Don't ask silly questions like that. I do things. Because. Okay, that's the reason. Because. Now, what's happening? I'm just moving my LVTPs because they have, unlike the South Korean APCs, they actually have some effective weaponry on top of them, which is really helpful when trying to support my infantry. Because they actually fight back against those North Korean buggers. That's where the FOB normally is, around that area, which is why we're gonna start bombing it with incendiary weapons, such as napalm bombs, from our A-70 Corsairs. Now we're moving. Oh, there are the helicopters. There are enemy helicopters. What kind of units are there? There are 2 of the MD-5000, it appears. Or HD, I forget. Can't really see it that well. See, there are Corsairs going into make a bombing run, and you'll see that they'll start getting shot at by some crazy little anti-air bastards in the little forest. Very troubling, but it's okay. I think I lose 1 air unit, or 2 air units, I forget. I lost 1 Prowler already, or did I lose 2? I forget. Anyway, we're firing at the helicopters. Our F4 Phantom has just gotten stunned by an enemy anti-air unit. Yeah, as of this point, our destroyers are no longer useful, except when some. Oh, and there's a big surge of enemies right there. Just want to bunch them up and pop them, but we can't. We have to wait and get our units over there. There is a sudden rush of units over there. Sandang seems to be left alone until this point. We're trying to get our unit back. We're firing. And there are the gunships. There are the enemy gunships moving in on my ships. We don't want them to hit my ships. We're trying to get them closer to the destroyers so that the destroyers can shoot at them and chop them out of the sky. We're deploying some helicopters, getting them into our Bravo zone. We don't want to deploy them too far in because of, infantry hiding in the cities with anti-air weapons. Machine guns, and more machine guns. That's the reason we're not putting them too far into the forest. More infantry support are coming in. I think there are 2 marine units. That's exactly it. We have 1 LVTP covering the road against enemies. Our Olivier Hazard Perry is shooting at enemy enemy units. We're deploying our A-70 Corsair to start bombarding another position. No, actually, we're getting another F4 Phantom to shoot down these spotting helicopters, because they're just providing visuals for the artillery that can start bombarding our positions. It's terrible, which is why we have to shoot them down as fast as possible with our F4J Phantoms, although they're not the most effective aircraft at shooting down the helicopters. The most effective weapons are ground-based units, but we can't have any ground-based units, really, not at this point. Let's see, we're deploying some more, firing some more, firing at positions. That group of helicopters, it causes me a big problem for nearly the entire battle until I start whooping them in short terms. You'll see how it goes. As you see, we're moving around, deploying some more infantry, 2 marine units, another 2 marine units right there. Yeah, I know it's a little risky putting them so far into an enemy held zone when we're only holding the southwestern tip of the harbor in the Bravo sector. We still have to deal with these problems right here. Our units right there are dispatching with the BTRs. Yeah, see, the LVTPs are shooting at the BTRs. We have enemy ground units, but as you can see, our weapons are effective against both BTRs and infantry, which is really helpful. Our infantry are coming in from the southwestern point. We have an A-70 Corsair. There's the FOB up north. Do you see that? Up north, right up there. Exactly. Our helicopters are currently suffering at the hands of the anti-air units that I was telling you about. Remember those? Yeah, exactly. There we have some more anti-air. We're trying to find. There's the FOB. We're trying to get our A-70 Corsair to bomb the FOB without getting shot down by those bastards in the anti-air bastards. Oh. They're shooting. It's terrible. See, as you can see, it's spinning out. The helicopter is spinning out, but I think it's okay for a little longer before it crashes because of consistent fire by those nasty buggers and those terrible. We're trying to wait a little longer until we deploy more helicopters. What's the guy rushing forward for? He's gonna get shot down. But there's FOB, as you can see. We're trying to get more bombers. More A-70 Corsairs bombing the area. Let's see. As you can see, the helicopter's currently suffering a bit. Now we're back to the units and Seoul Harbor. They've just unloaded. They're ready. We're loading. We're getting those LVTPs to start deploying. To start shooting at the enemies. This is where it gets a little scruffy as we shoot out with North Korean units in the city. It's close quarter combat. It's very intense, very hot. Very, very, very hot and sweaty. That's all I can say. Our units are clearing it out pretty well. Our units are superior in nearly every way, really. Better weapons, for most aspects. We have better armored personnel carriers, LVTPs, you know. And now I'm going to deploy the LVTPs into an open area where they can start bombarding an enemy unit. As you can see, we have visuals on two small patches of armored personnel carrier. Oh, there's a helicopter. That's a helicopter. Sorry, I mistaken one of those patches. Patches is a helicopter. We're deploying the 3 marine units there, and enemies are appearing like crazy now on all sides. Our planes aren't loading up that quickly right now. Maybe it's because we're going on slow speed, but anyway, it's half the battle time has elapsed, and we've only taken 1 sector. They still have control of 2 sectors while leaving the Sandang sector clear. As you can see, more BTRs are moving in. We're getting our LVTPs to fire on them. Our small in the western part of the harbor isn't close enough to start shooting at the BTRs that are appearing. We're gonna get our Super Cobra closer in to see if we can spot that FOB once more, so we can get our bombers to bomb the hell out of it. So that's currently what's happening. We have no other visual. The Sandang is still clear. No one has. They still haven't taken that position. We're gonna try and get our STRB to start shooting at any unit it can, really. Getting 2 STRBs in. Oh, there it is. There's an enemy unit right there, aiming. It's aiming. I missed it. I'm spawning in more A-70 Corsairs to bomb those infantry units with napalm bombs, and they just cleared Yonnan. They just moved their air unit. The Shilkas are still shooting at my aircraft. It's crazy right now. They're moving their logistical units. They no longer control Yonnan sector, where the Shilkas are still shooting at our aircraft, which is not good. We're trying to get our LVTPs to close in on them and deal with them so we don't have to worry about them any longer. I'm moving up the infantry into the city, farther into the city. We still have some enemy recon helicopters which are causing a bit of a problem. They are armed with some light weapons, and there's another enemy that has just appeared. We're going to have 2 of the LVTPs deal with the MD-5000. We're going to have 2 of them deal with the ZSU Shilkas. Now we have some infantry moving in on the city, on the southern bit of the city. Our SCRBs in the small river are moving up too. Everyone's moving up really, and we're all firing. Yeah, as you can see, everything is happening very quickly right now, even at slow speed. Well, it's not that fast, I suppose. I can react to it, which proves that's not that fast. Anyway, so what's happening? They've just cleared 2 sectors. We haven't cleared them. They're just moving their logistical units away from the position. Our Cobra is doing a pretty swell job at hitting just spawning units, and we're getting the LVTPs to keep on shooting at enemies. Our units in the city are fighting off Chokwide, and more Chokwide, just lots of them getting rushed by everyone in this. Our units are shooting at the BTRs, the LVTPs are shooting at the BTRs. Our ships are moving up in the river. That's all that's happening right now. I'm chuffed. Chuffed this was. Oh yeah, they just got shot. Except now our Super Cobra is running out of weapons. We're deploying the A-70 Corsairs, and it's getting better. The situation seems to be getting better at this point. Seems to be getting better. See, all my units are pretty calm. No one's really panicking, as far as I can tell. No one's losing it and becoming shocked and dying. We just deployed our logistical unit in Yonnan sector, which is good. We now have more points coming in and we can spawn in more units. Yep, spawning all M60s I can at this point. I think that's a total of 7. Yeah, we're going to spawn in 7 M60s to start just charging through all the sectors, clearing out everything. We're also going to be spawning in all the helicopters as we can. It's going to be a giant wave. And there are all the artillery pieces right there. Not all the artillery pieces, some of the artillery pieces. That is a big mess, and our M60s are just going to start bombarding like crazy. Just boom, 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 boom. Yeah, you see them? Anyway, we have a view of one of their logistical units. More logistical units heading to Sandang. We're going to start heading our ships over to start bombarding the area. Let's see. Yeah, so we have some BTRs heading into the Sandang area. That's the logistical unit that's moving with the BTRs. That's not on the road. The logistical unit is not driving on the road for some reason. Well, I mean, yeah, why would you? At this point, we're clearing out the Yunnan sector, the northeastern part of the sector. We're moving our M60s into the zone, but still trying to fire on all those infantry that are currently crossing the bridge with their BTRs. This is where we spawn in the helicopters. Yep, yeah. I think that's 3 helicopters around to start just blasting away at everything we can. And we have 6.5 minutes remaining. This ends up being a really close battle, because they start hiding and we just barely don't get our logistical unit to Sandang in time. Oh wait, spoilers! Anyway, so as you can see, the logistical unit in Sandang is still moving, so it's not actually capturing the zone. Our ship is aiming at them. All those infantry are getting shot at by the helicopters, and the same as the BTR is getting shot at. The M60s are firing as fast as possible to try and take them out. And those, you see it right there in the middle of Chorwon, in the middle of the forest, those are anti-air units. I'm trying to bombard the hell out of those anti-air units using as many planes as possible to overwhelm them and shock them so that the next air wave does not get shot at. It works okay. They're still able to fire a little, but it gets better. I'm trying to send my M60s as fast as possible to deal with them. As you can see, they're kind of building up in that middle forest, but they're also in the northern bit of the Chorwon sector. Now we have enemies hanging around in the Yunnan sector like little bugs in the middle of, I don't know. Anyway, the Yunnan sector will be a little bit of a problem later because everyone's just hiding in the forest. As you can see, the enemy and anti-air units are still trying to aim and shoot at us. So that's annoying, but luckily I get my M60s on them like, dog, sick 'em, boy. Yeah, they're moving in. I'm getting the AH-1. I'm getting the helicopters to move in on the Benteng Fagel units that are sitting in the forest. I'm moving up my tanks pretty well. Everyone's moving up really well. We have the 2 F4J Phantoms flying in the sky above, looking for enemy helicopters. I'm now firing at the BTR with my monitor. We own 70% of the destruction points needed to win. We don't actually need that, because we both have so many destruction points. It's nearly impossible to get the destruction points. It's easier to just clear out all the sectors and capture them. They just stopped the logistical unit again to try and capture the zone, to try and rush in some reinforcements along that reinforcement road, but I'm not going to allow them. As you know, this isn't the time to allow such silly things, such silly, I'm sorry, I've lost my English. We're deploying some A-70 Corsairs as much as we can in the air sector, a total of 9 air units in the sector, 2 Prowlers, 2 F4J Phantoms, and the last 6, from the last 5 A-70 Corsairs. We're bombarding. All those little infantry units are just getting chopped to bits. We're sending in our helicopters. There is their last logistical unit. Unfortunately, I am not actually able to hit them before they run off. As you can see, we still have Chokwide in the Sandang sector without any logistical, so they're not capturing. They can't rush it. We're moving our helicopters around. Everything's going very quickly by this point. We're getting the M60s. We're trying to rush everything so that these bastards can't run away in time. But so I'm trying to send units after that Y70. YW, whatever it is, their last logistical unit, but I don't think I can in time because I don't know why. I try and send some helicopters after them. I'm chasing them with as many things as possible, but there are other units hanging around and our units try to attack. As you can see in the corner of the northwestern area where my LVTP just spawned, there's some Chokwide. See, they're running away. There are 2 logistical units, it seems. I'm trying to get the monitor to fire on the one near southeastern of Sandang. This is where everyone's rushing. I'm spawning in more helicopters to chase them down. We're just doing our best to try and fire on these guys. It's crazy. We're trying to bomb them with the Corsairs, trying to bomb the infantry with the Corsairs to disrupt them while we try and chase down their last logistical units. And we have a giant group of infantry that are just charging into the Yunnan sector, I think? No, not Yunnan sector. I forget which sector it is. I can't really see it. The Chorwon sector right now. And our tanks are going to start blowing them up. We have 90% of the destruction points needed to win, but we just can't find their last units. It gets frustrating right about here. They're one of their logistical units is trying to move into Sandang to capture it. They do for a second, I think, and then they spawn 1 artillery. Our units are rushing around in that sector, waiting for our LVTP logistical unit to spawn, to get in there and just deploy and capture it. We have 3 minutes left. This is down on the clock. We have to get their last kills, but we can't find them. See right there? There's enough units, but it's not enough to get the full destruction points needed to win. We have to deploy one more logistical unit. Our helicopter is following the last logistical unit there. We're sending our H1C Cobra. See, they just captured it very quickly right there. They just captured the Sundong area, but they're about to lose it again as they move the logistical unit out of the way. I don't know why they spawn what they do. They spawn a single artillery piece, which is completely useless at this point. See, and they just losing it. Our helicopters are moving in. We're trying to move as fast as possible. See how we're not actually clearing the rest of the Yunnan sector right there? Exactly, that's a big problem because there are many units just hiding in there. So many force causing many problems for us at this point attacking. We're deploying more. Oh yeah, we're deploying a lot of vehicles to just clear out everything. And we have 2 minutes left, and I still haven't noticed that we can't find enough enemy units to actually kill them off completely. So at this point, I'm wondering whether I should be spawning in my last logistical unit. As you can see, I'm sending out all my units to try and attack everywhere. I'm just sending everyone everywhere. That T-55, one of the last survivors that's on the current field right now, I'm trying to get everyone to just move in. Now I'm just having everyone rush to position, unloading everything and everybody. Everyone's moving into the forest, kind of. Sandang has not been recaptured by the enemy. See, that's where I put the logistical unit down. We have 1 minute 42 seconds, and the guy hasn't spawned yet. This is where it gets tense. See, now I'm sending all my units to try and clear out the forest as fast as possible. All units getting into the forest, searching for those enemy bastards. As you can see, that tank is starting to fire on our infantry. We're trying to get everyone to just shoot it. There it is. Everyone's going in. Everyone's moving in on the last tank in the forest. But we're moving everyone into the forest, getting everyone to just search and scour for enemy units that are going to be hiding. There we have our Super Cobras. And they're probably hiding guys around, little bastards around this mountain right here. That's why I'm just trying to send, just bombing it, the whole place, the whole area with Corsairs with napalm bombs. I'm just trying to burn everything. M60s, can't find anyone. This is getting really frustrating. We have 1 minute and 5 seconds left. Our logistical unit, I know it should make it, but it's really tense right now. We don't know if it should make it. We have 57 seconds. I'm trying to rush ships over to try and find any hidden units on that mountain. It's gonna be really tough. I'm just bombing. As you can see, some of the forests on the mountain are on fire. Everything is just crazy. We're still searching this forest, just deploying infantry as far and wide as possible, searching for bastards everywhere, left and right. Everyone's searching. No one can really find anything that well. It's closing in. We have 35 seconds at this point. It's so close. Just get them on the very tip, moving fast. Just get them to move fast. We have just 28 seconds left. He has to move quickly. All of our units are busy searching, except the ones along the north side. I forget about them, unfortunately. I mean, not unfortunately. I'm busy with this guy, and this we unload. Yep, here we get it. That's it. That's the battle. Yeah, so that was total. We destroyed 3. We destroyed a regiment, a company, and a battalion. The armored battalion, the anti-air company, and the infantry regiment. That is amazing. Best result I've had in Seoul so far at this point. Yeah, so that's the battle. We lost minimal units, 6 helicopters, a few aircraft, and a ship or 2. 1 ship. As you can see, I'm showing you all the units, how many kills we got. Scrolling, and there are the losses. Just a few losses, not that many. It's pretty acceptable for this battle. Captured a big position, captured all the areas. Surprising. That's actually the first time I've ever done that. They didn't deploy any of their anti. We destroyed every single ground unit that they had. The regiments, battalions, and the company. They still have 1 strike air squadron. As you can see, we destroyed most of them. Look how many kills we got. It's pretty impressive. We destroyed a lot. I'm really happy about destroying that armor battalion, because now we don't have to deal with that large number of T-55s, etc., etc. that are going to be scouting. The T-55s, the Type 63, we don't have to deal with that anymore. But they still have the 10A5 anti-ship aircraft. See, and he's congratulating me. So yeah. This was a really intense and really interesting battle. Destroyed 3. Really happy about that. Oh, and we actually destroyed the air. Oh, wow. Okay, well.